What's up, everybody? Wait for my girls to come in. And today we are going to be talking about just basically finding yourself after you have a baby. Sometimes we get inspired to um, tap into different careers, or we kind of lose ourselves in the careers we had, and then we trying to find our way back. So today's going to be dope. I didn't realize today's a holiday, but it's all good. Let me get Danesha up in here. I always be lost on this. All right, let's get her in here. Hey, hey, hey.
Hey! I
What's
didn't
up?
realize it was a holiday today either. The kids don't have like
Yeah,
taekwondo or none of that stuff.
you know what it is? I be so lost on like what's going on in the outside world. The outside world, I ain't gonna lie.
Girl, same. I
Like
didn't
I
even
look.
know we were in September, and it was my cousin's birthday in September, and I was like, "Why do you have cake?" And she was like, "My birthday." And I mean, I think about her all the time, but that was like it kind of caught me off guard that I was like, "Oh shit, we're in September. Oh my God."
Yo, I swear, this damn, I don't know. These past what 2 years have flew by. Ever since 2020 happened, it's like a blink, and we still here.
I agree.
But let's wait for Miss Berry to come in. But yeah, we're just gonna be talking about, just I think it's very important. What I like about this episode is that I really want to inspire mothers to remember who they are, first of all, because we tend to lose ourselves in motherhood to the point where we want to be like the best mother in the world, and we completely forget about ourselves, forget our passions, forget our dreams, and all these things. And I don't feel that that should be the norm. I
Yeah.
think that the truth is that our children inspire us to become better people. So why not tap into these gifts to show our children that we're not just mothers, which is nothing wrong with that. Don't get me wrong. But there's so many people that have so many more passions and dreams, and they kind of just let it go once they have children because they feel like they just can't do it. Now, I'm not going to say it's easy. I'm not going to say it's a walk in the park. It can be pretty intense because children do interrupt you a lot. But either way, I think it's still good to still tap into your gifts and use them, um, so that you don't feel like life is over after you become a parent.
And that you actually can have it all.
You
You don't have
Yes,
to choose what
yes,
you don't have to
yes.
pick having a career and having and being a wonderful mom or anything. You can find the balance.
Absolutely. And let me just add to that, like, also make sure that whatever you pursue is something you really want to do in your heart. I feel like for a long time I had this business that I had, and I held on to it for the security and because I felt like I've done it for so long and it's a good business. But the truth is that it never made me happy, like the other stuff that I've done, that I was successful in with my writing and screenwriting and producing all that stuff is what I love to do. And then I feel like after I became a parent, it was like, well, how am I going to juggle running this business, being on set, and having my children? It was like, oh my, and especially that I have multiple children back to back. So recently I decided to let go of the other business that I told you wasn't making me happy, because I felt like my children need a happy mom, and that was stressing me out. So that's why I say, like, make sure it's something that you love to do. Don't just do it to do it. I know that we have responsibilities, we have bills to pay, we have all this, but always set your exit plan if it's something that is not your dream or career. I know there's parents who are, they actually work their jobs and they don't want to be there because they rather do something that they love and be home with their children. Well, this one's for you too. Like, you can do that. Set an exit plan. Find a passion that you love to do. Um, Something that is going to make you happy, that you can, turn it into a monetary, income that can come in for you. I think it's very, very possible. We all have gifts. We all have talents. We just sometimes brush them away because society says you can only have X, Y, and Z.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's kind of why I asked you if we could bring Bernice on, because
Yeah.
she would be because you have like a rhythm going on already in your house, and you've already incorporated your businesses into your mom life, right? So it's already part of you. Me
Right.
right now, I'm struggling to incorporate the new things that I find I love into me. So I felt like maybe I can just maybe give advice on the transition part, but I also want to bring different insight or for us, because
Yeah.
she's that had to transition, but she's in a better position right now where she can explain. She just joined right
Yeah.
now, and
All right.
will be explaining how to juggle this life. Hey, how to juggle
Hey.
better, and to prove to other moms that it's not just hi girl, that we can all.
Oh wait, I can't hear you. Can you hear
Oh,
us?
yeah, very well.
Can you hear me?
Okay, now I
Yes, no,
can hear you.
Hi guys.
hi.
Hi.
So we were just explaining. I was just explaining to,
Wait,
oh,
who?
every time you put your phone down, I think we can't hear you.
Right now, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Hold
down.
on. I think it's because I'm working now. Now, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Okay, perfect.
Hi. Okay.
So kind of why we wanted to add you on, because I'm more in the transition of like enter like bring in all the things that are making me happy, that I'm also able to monetize, right? But you have
Yeah.
already kind of transitioned into that, and you found the balance. And so we wanted to kind of have your insight as well as to what advice we can give to other mommies and daddies too, because sometimes men tend to listen in for a little bit. So this
Mm-hmm.
advice, body that would want to kind of
And
see perspectives.
tell us everything, even like how it started, and like what inspired you to even branch off to that.
Well, I was working a regular 9 to 5, and I had my daughter. Long story short, I was on maternity leave for 5 months, and then I went back to this job. Working for someone else. And I'm not gonna even gonna lie. When I did that, I started postpartum depression
Hmm.
because I've always, envisioned the way, when you're pregnant and how you want your life. For me, it was I just wanted to take care of them. Um, as far as lifestyle and how they're eating, what they're doing during the day. Like I just wanted to be 24/7 on them. So during, while I was working my job, it was very hard. I'm not really a person that works for money. It wasn't really about the payment. It was the amount of time I spent, away from my kids. Well, away from my daughter. So, I friend Lash by Kiki that helped me. She kind of gave me the push to basically just do the graphic design as a business as opposed to do it for like myself or just just as a hobby. So I um uh, I did a logo. I started posting flyers, and my man, my father, my kids, he actually gave me the push to just say, I'll hands home for now, and focus on yourself. Get better emotionally, physically, mentally, everything, because it's hard, and try to make a business out of what you're doing. You know, so I mean, it takes a village. Things. I couldn't do it by myself. I couldn't just quit my job like that and just, started something from scratch. So, he helped me a lot. And my motivation was basically, like I told you, just trying to, um, just, I've always wanted to take care of kids. So I knew doing, me starting my own business and trying to, just start that journey would be why, um, would really help me. Sorry. That would be the reason. Um, yeah.
So tell
So
everybody about, like, tell us about your business. Like, what exactly
yeah,
did you end up?
business branding for small businesses, startups, um, existing companies, and stuff like that for everyone. So I was a self-taught. Actually taught myself how to use Adobe Photoshop, Illustrator, um, the whole Adobe suite. Actually, and I'm still learning. It's hard. So yeah, I taught myself how to do the body scrubs at home. back then, and I was successful too, but that just became a lot. So just like the handwork of doing the thing. So I just told myself, with the help of people around me, that me actually just designing a home and being able to take care of the home and produce money at the same time was gonna work for me. So it was a very hard journey because how do you just start a business being a mom? My daughter was so little, so it's like I have to take care of her and take care of myself and then take care of a business because literally your business depends on you when you're a self-employed
Oh, yeah.
person. If you don't make any money, then you're not making any money. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? If you're not making any money, my children are growing and they're getting taken care of. What? The salsa water is in the pantry. So yeah. Oh my goodness. But yeah, girl. So it
I know, my big brain. They be interrupting you. You
yeah,
be forgetting
girl.
your
I'm
own
sorry,
thought.
All
girl.
the
So yeah.
time.
So basically, well, I mean, just starting the business in general, I already knew I already had the skill. I just had to apply it, basically find it in my everyday life. And it wasn't easy because you get pregnant for 9 months, then you give birth, and then your whole everything changes. Your body, your mind. Everything. So I had to really learn how to balance everything out because I was going through a lot. We lived in an apartment now. God, with God's help, we're in a home. So I'm able to work outside like I am now, and then have my kids playing around and stuff like that. So it's a blessing. But
And
when you're
growing.
in and you're cramped, and you have a child with toys, and it's just everything. It's so hard to really try to find the balance. Um, but yeah, so it's just about applying it. Like I make sure my priorities are my kids and my business. I come not that I come last, but I'm high maintenance with like you guys, like my health and what I
Yeah.
eat, you know, stuff like that. Like my nails could come whenever they come, my hair, all that stuff. Like I learned how to do everything literally by myself. I do my own hair, my own nails, everything. Like I do not like to waste time doing anything outside of my house or So it's just all about, again, like I said, priorities and figuring it out. But if you see my to-do list right now, it's extensive. My
Listen, that's
to-do
my
list.
to-do list. It'd be
It's
crazy.
crazy, girl. It'd be crazy, but it's worth it. It's nothing better than making money you love, also taking care of kids. Danesha actually helped me too one time. She had told me that I should prepare food and stuff during the week. Time cut veggies and have gonna cook and stuff does help. You know, um,
No, it definitely does. You gotta find a rhythm because at first it can get like I know at first sometimes I would make these seriously unrealistic schedules when I first had my
it,
child, and
that's how.
I was sitting here thinking I was gonna do all this shit, and then at the end of the day, like I didn't do a goddamn thing.
So you know what I did for myself? I stopped using the planners that the planners consist of like everyday tasks.
Yeah,
And the best thing for your psychological, like for your mental, and just for at the end of the day, I started doing like a regular to-do list and then just
yes,
take it off. So this one I had for like 3 days already. Like I try not to. It's all on my um. It's all in the mind too because I feel like beating ourselves up and actually not getting things done, but accept I mean, take to realize you even accomplish one or two things and you're good is amazing.
exactly. Yeah, because if not, you feel like a failure, and you have to remember like there's always the next day. As long
Exactly.
as you're alive, as long as you are breathing, there's another day to do that.
And I have to also think of clients because I deal with like over 100 clients. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm very transparent with them. I tell them, first, I don't. I'm a professional business. I have. I just hired a assistant who's a blessing. She's amazing. But before that, I was by myself, and you know, I tell them, my turnaround times I can't, but I can deliver work. Service and
Right.
the type of work that I give you, it's top notch quality. But I cannot deliver on turnaround times. I'm not a 24-hour person. You just have to get customers, and they're very. I'm blessed with that. That obviously you get clients that need things to go somewhere. Fine too, because I can't drive myself.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
So, it all comes down to me, not a person that stresses over making, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't tell myself, I need to make $10,000 a week, you know? I just tell myself, let me see how many I can satisfy. God's gonna always bless me, but it's about, me not driving for money, because it's not money. I can make money tomorrow.
You choose peace first, and money will come.
I can literally say tomorrow, you know what? F this business. I'm gonna get 9 to 5 and make my money weekly or bi-weekly and be satisfied. You know what I'm saying? It's and have my peace of mind. Crazy, but I'm very transparent. Having a business and being a mom, you have to be very honest with yourself. You can't sit there and say yes to everybody. Because your kids get sick, or you have things to take care of, food shopping. Like so much.
Everyday life, yeah.
Yeah, you really have. And then taking care of the partner and the household in general. You know, um,
So important to talk about.
yeah. But another thing for moms, I make my life easy. So when you have your business and you make money and stuff like that, you choose what goes with that too. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm a person, like I said, I'm not gonna buy like expensive stuff. I buy anything from anywhere, whatever. As long as I look clean and I look well put together. You know what I'm saying?
That's it. Yep.
But I buy my groceries. I order online. I stock up a lot, so I always have. I buy really good, like I buy the best of the best food or whatever. And I'm my home of and my kids first before anything else. I come when it comes to that stuff. As far as going out, anything else. I go out once in a while, but
Yeah, it's healthy. It's healthy to get a breather, but I feel what you're
I'm
saying.
a phone girl that I could literally be by myself every day, and I miss my man because he's cool. So when it gets home, it's like, all right, that's my time to turn the laptop off, and then I click it, and I tend to him, and I'm always tending to the kids when he gets home. So,
Has social media been a platform that you use often as far as for clientele and for work?
yes, definitely a big. You get to showcase your stuff for free, basically. It's like in the work. Like when I tell my clients, when you invest in media, besides paying for promotions and ads and stuff like that, it's more about time. It's engaging with your
Right.
potential.
That's what I was gonna ask you. Yeah.
So with my kids, oh my goodness, sorry, my thing on a mug. So obviously with my kids, it's hard to just be on my phone or like my laptop and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah, going back to what the teacher told me about preparing things ahead of the week. I try to make sure they have like arts and crafts. My kids are very independent. But that's something that my mom been told me to try to have them that way. Not independent, like they're gonna cook their own food and
Yeah.
but independent. Like if they need, I'll put it so open certain things. Like they're taking care of
It's a little bit breaking up. Is it breaking up for you too, Danesha?
Yeah, I think it is.
Okay.
stuff. Is there? Is it me? Hold on. I'm not sure. Is it good? No.
Yeah, it sounds a lot
Not,
better now.
Oh, okay. I don't even know what I was saying.
cut off.
My daughter's on the window, like staring at me.
Yeah,
So
I
yeah.
understand what you about
But yeah,
independence
it's basically about
because
preparation.
yeah, I taught them to brush their teeth on their own.
Yeah,
Okay,
stuff.
granted, I do it myself sometimes to make sure that they get a deep
Of
clean,
course.
but I just let them brush their teeth. Enzo just learned to shower himself, which he loved that because I'll be like,
Amazing.
go
Yes.
fine. And but those are the little things that are helpful. I'm now working on organization, like so that things go.
Yeah, like I don't have a structure. Like I have parents, like people have seen me, like my kids up like at 11:30, 12 o'clock at night, like midnight or whatever. I don't leave them past that. Like midnight is usually the cutoff, but I don't have a certain time for them to wake up or like to go to sleep. Like I kind of, I was playing outside with them up until now so that they could be inside, like, ready for a nap. They're showered. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even mind them sleeping now, waking up a little bit later, like, because that has helped me try to balance everything. Once they start, I'm homeschooling them now, so coming, bless you, I'm gonna start homeschooling them um this coming fall. Well, now, yeah, in the fall. But you see, that I can't do myself anymore either. So I know I make money and I have the time. What I do is I hire the teacher Monday through Wednesday, and I pay her. You know what I'm saying? So I have to just make it work where they're still in the house, but they're getting taught by someone, yeah, someone that is licensed, that, wants to be private now, not in the school system. And, they're going to work and they're going to have uniform, girl. They're going to do prayer in the morning. Like, they're going to be good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I trust the girl that's
The
teaching
beauty
them.
of,
So
of time right now that we can do this now.
yeah, no, yeah, that's what
It's
I tell a lot of parents, a lot of my friends, like, right now we're going through such a time that even if you homeschool them for like 1 or 2 years, it's good, because by the time, you're ready to put them in school, a lot of things have changed. A lot of things will have changed, especially with everything that's going on. I believe exposure is coming soon to what they're trying to do to our children and stuff like that. So, that's a whole other topic we could
that's
get.
a whole another that's a whole
But
nother we'll do that one day.
yeah. So, like, before, what I used to do, and I have no shame in saying anything. Like, I clean my house, but a deep clean, I'll have somebody come in like once a month,
Listen,
twice a month.
yo, there was a time that I didn't even think about that, and I remember my girl was like, "Girl, hire somebody," and I was like, "You know what?
Girl, do it.
Best thing I ever did." I was like, "Let me tell you something. That $150 was worth my damn peace of mind."
Yes, girl.
It was the
It's
most
amazing.
amazing feeling to walk back in my house and it was clean and I didn't have to pick up nothing. I was like, "Oh my God, I could just relax. This is
Yeah. For sure. Relax, girl. Get work done. You know me.
Oh
I
yeah.
never stop working, girl, because
But
it's
if
exhausting.
listen, when your house is clean, it's another, like, I don't know, I focus better. But when it's all chaos all over the place, I'm chaotic inside as well.
Yeah. So I've had, the only person I haven't had yet, because I don't think I have the money for it yet, but eventually, is a chef in the house. But, like,
Yes,
like,
yes, I'm all with
I'm
it.
all for helping. Like, I'm, like I said, I'm not a high maintenance person where I need, like, you know it's more about just my time, like prioritizing my time. And everybody always needs a job, or everybody, if I'm hiring a chef or a cleaning person, it's because it's what they like to do and that's the way they make money. I'm helping them pick their
Exactly.
livelihood. You understand what I'm saying?
They're helping.
So I
Look,
have no problem.
washing each other's hands. That's the way I feel. Like you
Exactly,
scratch my
exactly.
back, I scratch yours.
But I
Yeah,
think
so I
it's
mean,
really
it helps me.
I think it's really cool once we get over that. It's like a little stepping stone that we're
Yes.
like, nah, we don't want to go there. We want to do everything. Let me give me my cape.
No,
I'm gonna
yeah,
do it.
I'm
And
gonna be
then
honest, that's true.
oh, you're like, oh my God, that was the
Yeah,
best thing
yeah,
I ever
yeah, yeah,
started.
yeah. That's how I do with my business. Actually, I'm very big on quality control. Not more so, like I said, my kids come first, so with them, the quality control is like what they're eating and stuff like that. And then with my business, it's how I deliver the work. So that's why it took me for so long to hire someone, because I could have been hired someone, but it's like, you don't want just anybody random around your kids. And then, you don't want anybody random just designing whatever and then just doing, I do business branding, so graphic design. You don't want them doing just whatever designs, and I'm having to go back into the work because it drives me insane. So, God blessed me to meet someone that was an intern for me somewhere else. And, now she's working for me in my house and she's amazing. So, everything works out the way it works. It's all about you putting in effort and just taking it day by day. Like, we cannot, the amount of times that I told myself that I failed at doing something, or like, that I thought that I was failing, now I look at it like, when I fail now, or something has to be pushed back or get delayed or whatever, I look at it as an opportunity to find a solution. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's not a failure. It's like, all right, now I know I did this wrong. What am I going to do next time? It's
Exactly.
just literally taking it day by day. It's all about perspective, which is everything. That's how life works.
Everything
Perspective.
is about
So,
perspective.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, what I felt like, it was crazy because I had did acting for so many years, and then
Oh, wow.
when I was producing movies and I was writing movies and I was acting for years, and then when I had my children, I was already kind of fading off the acting. I was just not comfortable with a lot of things in the industry, but it was weird because afterwards when I had my children, I was just like, I don't know if I want to do that anymore when it comes to the acting, you know, because I started looking at like, what would my children think if they saw me in this role or
Yeah,
this, that, you know, I started thinking about these things, and I know certain
I've
things,
been
you know,
there. I'm sure they
is,
Danesha
is,
too.
I know certain things is like, oh, it's an art, but certain things that sometimes in Hollywood, it's just like, all right, y'all just doing too much. And this just seems like somebody else wants to get off on something, not
Yeah,
just
yeah,
on
yeah, yeah. But you know,
that's just my
I'm sure your acting pays off when it comes to their imagination and their creativity. And you know,
and
you could sit there and because I'm around parents that they're like Google Gaga with their kids, like babying them. I don't baby my kids,
oh
but you
no.
know, you being able, I'm very comfortable with them. Where like I am playing around with them and I am acting with them and you know doing stuff with them. And you know, I'm sure that has helped you too. Where you know you have taken your past skills and you know you can shape their lifestyle in a way where you know you
You
can be
can.
their friend and their mom and you know just all these different characters and stuff like that. That's how I am with them. Like they're literally my best friends. Like I could literally stay home
Listen,
with
when
them
you
all
sit
day.
down and hang out with your children, like when they're not interrupting you and you're trying to do something, when we just sit down
Yeah,
and them,
when
they
you're just
are
paying
funny,
attention.
funny,
Yes.
funny ass fucking kids, yo. Me
Yeah.
and my husband, like, when we just sit and chill with them, they are hilarious. Like,
Mhm.
hilarious.
For sure. For sure.
It's
And
just
then I
that
also say,
sometimes,
you know, oh, go. No, you go.
no, 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 go ahead, mom.
Sorry. No, I was just gonna say that also introducing them to your lifestyle, like whatever you're doing now. Like I bring them around my like my not my clients, not every client, but if I'm going to somewhere when I'm filming and it's like a production day, I'll bring them around and my daughter, like she'll make little gift bags for like my clients. It's like the cute girl. Sometimes she'll take like markers. There was one time that she put like socks, like her mismatched socks, into the bags and gave it to them. I was low key embarrassed, but then at the same time, it's like, you know, like wow, like you know, she's seeing what I like, she's applying what
Yeah.
you know what she sees me doing, I guess, you know, and then
That's what I
using
love
it.
too. I feel like for a long time, I know for me and my husband's family, like all we saw was our parents working 24/7 pretty much, and they were never home. And it's like one thing that I love is that I've always said that I wanted to be home with my children. And my children, all they know is us working from home or being on set, like working. So
Exactly.
other than that, like they do not see us like, you know, leaving every day and come. You know, if I leave a certain day, it's because I'm like, oh, I have to film today. If I can't bring them with me, and they'll know like, okay, mommy will be back
Yeah,
later
same thing.
tonight,
Hmm.
type of thing. But you know, for a long time, we just thought that you had to go to an office in order to be successful. You had to have like a college
Well, our
degree.
parents too, our parents have that play into it
Yeah,
where mommy my mom always, you know,
yeah.
go to school, do this, go get a
It,
job, you know, like
and it was like, you know, there was this model of, you know, just make sure you have benefits, make sure you have this, make sure you have that, when the reality is that when you learn the game, first of all, you can create your investments and all those things on your own. You don't need a job to get benefits. You can create your own benefits.
exactly.
You
Hmm.
can open up your own 401k, your own you know, like investment account. You can do all these things yourself because all they're doing is doing it for you. They're taking the money, taking a portion of it and pushing it and
And
all
doing
these.
it around. Hmm.
Yeah,
I've
but
been there.
if you learn
Horrible.
that, you can do that yourself. You know, you don't need some, you know, I just think people think that you need a job to be secure. And it's like, no, you need to have dedication and passion,
Purpose,
patience,
motivation.
purpose, motivation, all that stuff. And you could do whatever the hell you want to do, like literally whatever you want
And
to
I
do.
feel like people don't, we growing up, we don't see that pressure. Like our parents tell us to work, to report, to retire at 62. Like, mom, I'm 19. Like, do you understand the amount of pressure to work until, like, you know, to really think about, damn, I gotta work till I'm 62 to
Like, nah,
fucking retire? Like, that alone, that pressure is crazy. Like, it makes no sense. You know, now us looking at it. And I get it. I don't knock anybody that has a 9 to 5. Again, I don't recommend any mom, if you have a 9 to 5 and then you want to start a business, I don't recommend just quitting, you know, like
right.
just leaving your job. No, but I used to be like during breaks at my old job and I would be working. I'll write down on my notes, you know, like, and then I'll continue at home if I can. Like, you know, it's not about having things figured out or like looking at someone else and being like, damn, like, you know, I'm gonna just quit and I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna just figure it out. No, because that's gonna be even harder on you, you know. But
You need a plan.
it's literally, yeah. I feel like once you really have it all goes back to being in tune with yourself, you know. Oh,
Oh
it all
yeah.
goes back to being in tune with yourself, you know, because if you're not in tune with yourself, you're not gonna, you know, you're not gonna see what's in front of you. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, you know, and obviously at the time when I first started this, I wasn't I wasn't in tune with myself, you know, because I was going through a lot. But, you know, once you sit back and you take each day by day, you know, it makes sense. Everything that
Absolutely.
you're doing makes sense, you know, as far as, and you make it work for you. You got to make money work for you. If not, you're going to be miserable.
And
You know
that's
what
the
I
thing
mean?
too. You just I just want to tap into that. We have this indoctrination about money where we don't know how money really works, and
Facts.
we're so quick to just hold on to money. You know, it's like, no, I don't want to lose it. I don't want to let it go. I don't want to do this. And it's like, nah, you got to release. You like,
Yes.
it's a it's a law of attraction, you know what I mean? So you have to put out to get back, and that has to do with anything, just the same way people like karmic, like the karmic law of the universe is about what you put out you get back, and that has to do with money
Amen.
too. Now, I'm not saying
That's
go out
right.
there and throw dollars all over the place, but we can't be scared of money, and we can't be
No,
attached to money.
for sure. Yeah, because you can make
Yeah.
it, like I tell
Oh,
everybody, I tell a lot of people around me, especially with everything going on, you cannot dwell on, you know, your next, not that you're not your next paycheck, or on money. Don't dwell on money. Like, are you good with your hands? Do you know how people, I know people that sit there and take, like, you know, cleaning things and go and they'll make, even if it's $10 per business. Like, I know a person that started cleaning windows for a business, and I helped him make a branding out of it, like, you know, branded it. He makes $10 off for every business. I think a day he makes like $1,000. Like, he'll literally walk, and then he's walking at the same time, so he's exercising and he's cleaning the windows. You know what I'm saying? And then you're doing it where people are calling you back, like, and it's once a week. So can you imagine? And you can literally work on your own schedule. Like, you don't, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's a blessing when you figure things out.
yeah.
Absolutely. My homegirl Melinda just said she has started her dog grooming business. That's how you know, like, listen, there's a business for everybody. Who would think of a dog grooming business? But Melinda actually used to work in a veterinarian hospital, I believe. And then afterwards, you know, after having her children, she has 3 of them. Look at that. She started her own dog grooming business. I mean,
Wow,
listen,
that's good. No, that's how it is. That's how it starts. Like, for example, going back to how you act, I started the branding business honestly because I started a prototype for a diaper bag for moms and my mom brand. So when I had started with it, they were telling me that the prototype for the bag and just everything that I was doing was gonna be like $15,000 and up. And I didn't have the time. I didn't have that at the time, you know. So I was like, you know what? With the people around me, and it made sense. Let me just do the branding stuff and let me charge. You know, let me start with affordable pricing and just go from there. But then this blew up, you know. So I am doing the mom brand, and that's already in the works. I just have to, you know, it's just pushing things back because I feel like they're not ready yet. You know, with certain, you know.
yeah,
So, and that's another thing. Like, I don't beat myself up for it. I take it a day at a time because I'm not posting it on Instagram for clout. Like, I want a household name that means something and helps moms feel good and stuff like that. So that's why I started the branding business. But I mean, it just took off, and you know, now I'm doing both simultaneously and stuff like that. So it's a blessing. It's just, it definitely is a lot. Like, if you
Yeah.
don't train yourself during, you know, during the process to be able to handle the work, you know, what works for you, and stuff like that, then it's not that you're gonna fail, but you're gonna lose the motivation. Because I
right.
have times like that. They tell people, oh, you know, when you love what you do, like, you know, you see bullshit on Instagram all the time. Sorry for my language, but you see stuff on Instagram all the time that it's like, you know, leave your 9 to 5, or, you know, when you love what you're doing, you know, it's not about the money and stuff. That is true, but it's more about perspective and overwhelming yourself. You know, there's times that I look at my to-do list and I'm like, you know what, like, I can't, you know, I can't for these next few days. I have to give myself a break, you know,
Yeah, sometimes you need to
because
disconnect everything.
you lose the motivation. I get creative block where it's like I'm just looking at my screen, I'm trying to design something, and it's like, all right, you know, I can't figure it out, you know, and then that takes off of the quality of my work, and, you know, just the way I deal with my clients, and you know, you lose the motivation for a little bit. But that's why, you know, with everything that you do, you got to take a break. You know, if you're working a 9 to 5, you need a break.
Absolutely.
If you give birth with it, you know, to your baby, and you had a 9 to 5, stay on maternity leave for as long as you need to stay on maternity leave. You got to figure it out because you come first. You know, we're so trained to think that, oh, moms just need a little break and the fathers don't need to be around, you know, on maternity leave or paternity leave, whatever. You know, that should exist too. Out here it don't exist. I think in another country, it
Yeah.
exists somewhere else, but over here it
No,
don't
it's
exist. I think
too
in
hot
somewhere it exists, yeah, but
for sure.
it don't exist here. But, you know, like, I feel like things like that, when people realize that it takes a village to do something, you know, then that's when it will create like a whole nuclear thing for, you know, moms to feel better, do better, you know. Um,
I
and that's the
No.
wanted
only,
I
yeah,
wanted
go.
to talk about when like tap into what you said about how we don't, what was it that you said exactly? Like when you were talking about the businesses, you said that sometimes we can like you said something very specific, but what I wanted to say was like we don't,
Overwhelming, I think,
huh?
about the overwhelming, like myself
Yeah,
with the
like
work.
how being in alignment. That's what you had
Oh,
said.
okay, yeah,
That
yeah, yeah, being tuned, yeah.
the reason why like I never knew what I
It's breaking
but I
up a little bit.
yeah, it's breaking up.
Yeah.
Is it
Now
better?
I hear you.
Okay, go
Yeah.
ahead.
All right.
Yeah,
There was a time in my life where I thought dancing might have been because that was my passion, right? It was the way, but it wasn't really my passion. It was just the way that I was able to release emotions that I didn't get to do anywhere else, right? So I confused that with maybe something that I wanted as a career or something like that, right? Then I quickly understood that that wasn't what I wanted, right? Because all this whole time I'm not in alignment with myself. So
yeah,
I will story about how me and Bernice know each other.
yes,
And we were both in clubs, like a bottle service, right?
yeah,
And we both, before having our children, were kind of drifting off. Like, but we were known for being the ones that would come in, make their money, and be out.
and
Like,
bounce.
we were in the scene because we were just always
It's just for
genuine,
the money.
but we weren't the
No, it's
ones
for the
that were
money,
like,
girl.
Yeah.
It
yeah,
was for the money, which is why we went through what we went through. Like, can you imagine? Yo, we used to drink all the
yeah,
time. We would be like party girls. Like, that goes with the purpose, you know, that goes with what we were saying before about like doing it for money. You know, when you
yeah,
start, when you, if it's just for money, you're gonna get lost into everything else because you're not gonna care. You understand what I'm saying? You're not gonna
Absolutely.
care if you feel good, if you wake up at, we used to wake up like at 4, like you know, in the afternoon. Like,
that,
it was just a lifestyle that wasn't for me. You know, to
yeah,
each his own, but for me, it wasn't good. Um,
yeah.
and
So
then
we
imagine
started,
me having kids.
yeah, then we
Yeah.
started away from that. Like,
Yeah,
and simultaneously, it's like it happened in both of us. Like,
yeah,
in
yeah, yeah.
how old is your daughter?
She's 4.
She's 4. So Enzo's
Yeah, I
6.
stopped
So
right before I
after
got pregnant.
that, we reconnected after, kind of like what happened with me and Jen. When we
Mm-hmm.
reconnected, that we both had children, we were giving advice to each other, kind of what to do. So I never had like a career that I was like, oh my God, yes, I like that, or yes, I can do that. So my whole time now, after realizing that I didn't want to be away from my children and realizing that I maybe can do everything, because I saw people like Jen, and I saw the light at the end of the tunnel because I was like, oh my
Yeah,
God, there's solutions out there.
yeah.
When I started doing that, I wanted to just jump into things. It was so difficult for me because I wasn't in alignment. I had to do so much shadow work,
Yes.
so much. And now is that I'm realizing, okay, now you can organize yourself because now my intention and my purpose is different.
Attention. Yes.
So that intention
And
input in my work is what's making me grow and
mm-hmm,
understand line with, and now I'm attracting everything. I don't even need to work
exactly.
that
Yeah,
hard.
Yes.
exactly. Amen. And that's what I always tell a lot of my, you know, clients and everybody about God. Like, God will bless me with my work, and He will, you know, as long as I'm doing good with myself and I'm true to myself and true to, you know,
Yep.
with my kids and everyone around me, the money will always come. I will always stay blessed as long as I make sure that I'm okay. And that's what another thing is. I think that, you know, finding your purpose comes with a lot of work. A lot of work, a lot of, you know, just finding different things to do in phases. Because I've started so many small line businesses and stuff like that. Some were failures, some were, you know, it's just all about you. Damn, I forgot what I was gonna say. It was something about what you were saying. Sorry,
About
guys.
that work.
Mike, huh? Yeah, no,
About,
about the work, but
About what she was saying about being in alignment. Anybody who's on here knows this because we do this all the time with our friends. You
we
get
just be
like,
regular. We'll be like, it'll come back later.
you know, yeah. But my
Interrupt
kid,
me later.
it's my kids. They're like going like they're being silly. So I'm just like watching them. But anyway, it was just about I think we put so much pressure on trying to find purpose. I don't think it's about finding a purpose, because while we were bartending, we thought we were happy doing whatever we was doing, even though the lifestyle wasn't right. I think
I mean,
in whatever you're doing, the first thing you have to ask yourself is that if you're happy. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, you could be working a 9 to 5 and that's fine. Maybe that's not what you're going to be doing in 5 years, but are you happy? If you're not happy, then find the next step, you know?
You have to
Because
find a
I
bigger plan.
feel like, yeah, because some people would be like, what's my they'll sit and you could tell them, like I said, like, on Instagram, these pages, and they'll make you think that you have to have things figured out in your 20s and your 30s and all that stuff, and
Yeah.
that's not what it
that's
is. So I think it's like you have to just sit back in whatever step that you're in life and just figure out, are you happy or not, you know? And if
Absolutely.
you're not happy, then what can you do to make yourself happy, or what will make you happy, or whatever. It's just literally taking it day by day, because once you find that next step in your journey, your transition, you know that's another step to your purpose. You know what I mean? Because
Like that it
obviously,
kind of like comes with it.
because we don't even know our purpose yet. You know what I mean? Like, what is my purpose? I'm just taking things day by day. My purpose, besides being a mom, and being a strong female in the household, what's my purpose, like, as far as when it comes to my job and my deeds every day and stuff like that. I'm happy now doing what I'm doing, but it might not be the end game for me. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Because
you literally have to
the
find
world is at
happiness.
our fingertips. There's so
You
much that
literally,
we can do.
yeah. And money can be made in every way. What you have to just figure out as a mom, and especially if you want to be like a self-employed mom or starting your own business or anything like that, is literally just ask yourself if you're happy, and that will answer a whole bunch of questions for you. Well, it will answer that
I
one question will answer a lot for you.
what I realized with my career that I kind of started switching it up a little bit with my career, my writing and my producing and all that. And at first it was hard for me because I didn't feel like I was leaning towards more of catering to the mom world because that was my life now. So my
Yeah.
writing, that's when I was inspired to do my documentary and then write my the first book that I wrote,
Your
the
book.
mom book. I had all these other drafts of other books, but that one like flushed out so fast after I had children. But also it was like, okay, people know me for just writing and writing regular things. It was like, are people even gonna want to hear that I'm writing about moms or writing a movie or a documentary? Like, people are gonna be like, oh boy, here we go, because it seems like you have a child and then your page becomes about your child,
Mm-hmm.
about your business, and some people really don't like that.
they
Like they're
don't
just
like
like,
that
oh
some.
boy,
Yeah, I lost so many followers after, like, the whole bartending stage in my life, but that's fine. Like, I don't really care.
yeah, but it's totally fine because you kind of flush out so that now you have and you bring in a new
Your
audience
target
the
audience.
same
Mm-hmm.
frequency, and that's what I felt like I had to accept. So that's when I was like, yeah, I remember I spoke to my business partner and I was like, yo, I really want to do this documentary. You know what I mean? Like, this allows me to still do what I love to do, which is filming and producing and writing, but also tap into something that I've gained knowledge in and I'm so passionate about, and I feel that mothers need this. Like, there's a void in this. um so that's when I got so big on becoming, getting like the book series. So I tried it. What I did was the stuff that I love to do, I had to now like remodel it to work for who I was now.
Exactly.
I was
Mm-hmm.
not the same person that wrote that script like 10. No, I'm a different person now. And not to say that I'm only going to write about mom stuff. I feel like my writing evolved on a deeper level because I became a parent. So I became more aware of certain things. So when I wrote these characters, I kind of gave them more life, I feel like now. So when people read my stuff now, that it doesn't have to do anything with mom, but just read my stuff, they're always like, yo, your characters are so fucking deep.
Yeah.
Like, and I can relate to them. And I feel like my children brought that out of me. Like,
Yeah,
because
yeah, yeah. No, I am not the
I like what I
person.
was seeing in Hollywood. So I was like, I'm going to do what I want to do.
Well, you want to do, exactly, of course, and that's you're making it work for you, because at the end of the day, who wants to put out something that they're just doing it for the sole purpose of, again, just trying to make money? You know what I mean? You're not going
Yeah,
to be happy with that.
I did
So
that. I wrote stuff, I made my money, but I'm like, I feel like now the things that I'm doing have a meaning behind it.
yeah, and it
And
might take a little bit more time to get it where you want to get it, but it's so much more worth it. Waking
it's,
up every day and promoting it, and just, because it makes sense for you. Like,
yeah,
that goes with alignment. It aligns with you. And it's always
absolutely.
something that you can. you know, the best things when you're really passionate about something and you're really happy, um, it becomes like a second nature. Like you could talk about it like it's nothing, and you can, you know, just practice on it and do it. And you know, you don't. Who wakes up in the, you know,
So
like it's a drag when it's something that you're not, you know, you're not
Yeah.
really passionate about. You know, so I
I also
completely understand.
talk about how, like, growing up, we were always taught that we have to exchange our time for money, right? And that's changed. So
Hmm.
it's something that I've been trying to share with my family. So even though I'm not, okay, I can't tell you all the ways that you can make money, but it's no longer like that anymore. Like, we don't have to exchange our time for money anymore. We can
That's not the
exchange
only way.
time for more, I mean, money for more money. We can
Exactly.
exchange our crafts for money. We can exchange knowledge for money. And sometimes we're forgetting that we have completely shifted as a society, and that you no longer need to be somewhere to
To
get
do.
money.
Hmm.
Like, you can
Yeah,
also to do
I
it
don't
in
have
your
to get
house.
the vaccine or go outside to buy anything. I can literally make bank at home and be happy and have everybody come to me and order my groceries, which is what I plan to do. So, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not,
Well, yeah,
I
you're
completely,
not bound by somebody else's rules. I think what
yeah.
bothered me more about, and again, I'm sorry, this is not knocking any 9 to 5, but I think for me personally, for some people it works. The reason it didn't work for me, because I did the corporate world for a long time. Listen, I was offered so much money that people would look at me crazy when I wouldn't take the job, and I'm like, nah, because that's gonna take my life, and I don't want to do this shit forever.
Mhm. Mhm.
So, but I had a skill, whatever. But what I didn't like is that I'm like, so you're gonna tell me that I get 2 weeks off vacation? So
Yo.
you're gonna tell me that I have sick days? So if my child is something wrong with my child, I gotta ask you, can I? I don't. I'm not. I can't do that.
I
I can't
don't I,
control that way. Like I'm
That's
just
why
not
when I
a
had
person.
my,
I will be the worst employee. Like
yes. Mhm.
it's not even
you
right.
don't
Like I'm
want me.
not gonna disrespect your business
Mhm.
like that because I'm not that. I can't do that.
Mhm.
And
It's
even
it, it's more of like, you would go, sorry.
oh no, no, I was gonna say,
It was,
even people who work for me, like I remember my other business that I had for 10 years. Anybody who worked for me, I never had them like you got to do X, Y, and Z. I'm just like, yo, get the job done. That's all I want. Send it to me at the end of the week. Make it happen, whatever
yeah.
happen, but get it done. That's all
I
I
do
need
that with
you to
my assistant. Like, I'm like, even when I have anybody in my house, if it's cleaning or whatever, I'm not the type of person to tell you what to do. Like, I had when I first hired my assistant, I told her like, just bear with me, because I could be a boss. That's not my problem. I could tell you what to do, you know, but I don't want to have that relationship with, you know, like where it's like, all right, do this, do that. You can't do this, you know, figure it out. Like, you know, you're able to work from home too. You can work here some days with me and then work from home. You know, it's not, as long as the job gets done and, you know,
That's
the
that's not
growth is there within the company. That's what matters, you know?
Yeah.
Um, but other than that, I'm
and I
not,
would yeah, I would
stressing
always
myself.
hope inspire whoever worked for me to make sure they also use, let's say I'm paying them, invest in yourself if you can. Use that money and invest in something that you love to do. You know what I mean? And in your career, in your business, like don't just feel like here is the end all be all. Like if you have something, you also create a business out of
Yeah,
it and
yeah,
you
you do
hire people.
something. Yeah, yeah.
That yeah, let's keep this circle moving. You know what I mean? Like
And
everybody
that's
can
what it
eat.
takes. That's all it takes is for someone, you know, like you know, all it takes is for someone to be put on or to bring themselves on, and then you know, you do the same thing. As long as you have that heart, you know, that you're like, all right, well, you know, you're gonna do this, then you're gonna put someone else on, and that's how a village starts. You know, that goes back
Yeah,
to, you know, it's that's like the most important thing that I've learned during motherhood. That it literally takes like a village to do anything, a team. You know, so doing things myself, I'm that's me. I rather, I used to think that, you know, breaking nights and not sleeping for like 3 days, you know, all that was making money was the way to go for me, because it
yeah,
was just so hard to let, I had to like really put that into myself where, okay, you have to hire people, you have to try to make the work easier for you, so you know, you're able to balance your whole life, you know. um and you know, that goes for any mom. You know, if you're working from home and you're by yourself and you feel like, you know, the work gets, you know, it becomes overwhelming, it's nothing to hire people or to, you know, have people around that are helping you, even if it's your own family, you know. it
right.
makes
Oh
it makes
yeah,
everything easier, especially if you're working with a towards a purpose and a goal. um it helps. But
yeah. Just
yeah,
woke up.
girl.
I don't know. She was in the mood real quick.
Oh, how many babies do you? How many kids do you have?
I have 3.
Oh, okay, okay.
I have a
You want
5-year-old,
more?
a 3-year-old, and a 1-year-old. It's like
Yeah, girl, it's not easy.
but I don't. Like I do and I don't. You know, like it would be cute because I would love like another boy. So there's 2 boys and 2 girls. But honey, pregnancy is a lot. I'm about to be 40. I think I just
Oh
live my
wow,
life.
really? I mean, that's young,
40.
but you know.
Hi.
Say
Qué
hi.
linda.
What are you doing? Go
Yeah,
inside.
I'm 39. I started at 33 having my children. I'm 39 and I think
Wow.
if I
Well,
do
God
have,
bless.
I may have it after I turn 40 because I gotta get 40 and stupid real quick.
Yeah.
And do whatever I want to do, because
Mhm.
like I was pregnant and nursing from 33 until last year I stopped nursing.
Wow.
Or was
I'm
it this?
still,
Actually, I did
yo,
stop nursing this year, but it was this year I stopped nursing.
people can't believe when you heard her? She's like, who turned that movie off? Yo, she's crazy. Anyway, so my son, I still breastfeed him at night, like for comfort. He's 2. So you can imagine, like, girl, it will be, at times I literally just have to just take a breath and just soak it all in because I will be sitting down here or like, anywhere, and I'll be working on my laptop but breastfeeding at the same time. Like with him far away because I don't want the radiation to hit him. Like, girl, I'm psycho. So then it's like I'm doing all of that, and then my daughter's pooping, and then she's like, she calls me to go wipe her. Girl, it's that I'm telling you, that's probably the hardest of me working. Other than that, everything falls into place, but it be hard as fuck. Like,
That was me trying to run this damn business. Have one in my titty, the other one running around, the
yo,
other one
it's not
asking me to
easy.
wipe their ass. Hear me ask. But yeah, so I don't know. I think about it, but like I said, I'm gonna get 40 and stupid real quick.
Nah, I feel you, girl. My birthday's
Oh,
coming
that's
up.
what
So
I put. You know what it is? Like with me, I was like partying when I was like 16 years old. First of all, I went to
yeah, me
Cancun
too.
to go on spring break at 15 years old. I shouldn't have been there, but I was with my best friend who was graduating high school. And then after that, I was in the clubs. I partied. I partied my fucking ass off. Okay, my 20s, all of my 20s. All my friends had children in their early 20s, between 15 and 19 years old. All my best friends had
Oh
children.
my god.
So I was the only one who didn't have a kid.
Yeah.
I was out there running wild. And then at 33 is when I had my first child. So it was like I spent my 20s partying, my 30s having children. So now it's like my goal is in my 40s to just enjoy my life with my children, doing what I love to do. Like I dreamed of being a writer and a producer and all these things, and it's what I do.
That's
And
amazing.
sometimes I have to really like check myself and be like, yo, you're doing exactly, you know what I mean?
What you
What you wanted to
exactly?
do, and sometimes you can you can get beat up on yourself, like you're not where you want to be, but I have to always, like I said, check myself and be like, nah, you're still doing it. You know what I mean? You're doing it every day. You make a living off of it. Like that right there is everything in itself. But yeah, so it's like now I'm just at that point where, I let go of the other business I had for 10 years. And that was, like I said, a security business. And now I'm just literally just focused on what I love to do, which is my writing and my producing. And now I'm just transforming that in inspiring mothers, making stuff about mothers as well. So it's like I added that to my library now.
Yeah. No, that's good. And I feel like there is a lot of things that are missing with motherhood in the mainstream. Anyway,
Yeah.
so what you're doing is amazing. What I'm trying to start, even though it's already there, I just gotta launch it. I keep pushing it back for my own, insecurities, but it'll get there. And then, Danesha too, I feel like what we're doing it's needed, and the fact that we have purpose and motivation behind it, it's better. It makes everything better. But I write a to-do list for everything. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I even put like once, even if I get something done and then it wasn't on my to-do list, I write it down and I check it off. Like that got done. Like, all right, I feel better.
No, that's great.
I do like big goals. Yeah, I do like big goals, and then I'll break it down to smaller goals and then smaller goals. And that goes back to saying, we think that we're not doing anything, but we're in the moment doing it, So it helps. It's a lot of, it's all psychological and perspective. Perspective about how you go about things and how you feel, because You
Some
can't beat
days you're
yourself
gonna
up.
have them hard days. You know what I mean?
No, yeah,
Like,
a lot of it's gonna
you
be a
know,
lot
you're
of
gonna
those
have some
days.
hard days, and it's like, how do you push through them days? Like, I've been working on this documentary for now the past 3 years, and there was a point I lost like a big chunk of my footage, and when I say I cried like a baby, like I
Oh
cried like
my
a
God.
baby because I was like, no, because it's not like, you know, when I worked on
Yeah.
movies and we had to reshoot, that's nothing. Those are actors. These are real life people telling traumatic stories they went through, and
Yeah.
I asked them to do it again. I was like, oh. But thank God
Yeah.
they were all down to reshoot and all that. But my point in
That's
saying that
amazing.
is that you know, those hard times, I really felt like I was gonna give up and like I can't do this. I've been trying to do this, and it's something always knocking me down, you know. And then at one point, I decided to put together, take whatever I still did have, and put together a teaser. And Danesha has seen it, and
Yeah,
it was when
I
I
think
saw that teaser that I was like, yo, this shit
Yeah,
is,
you've come such a long way.
yeah. I'm like,
Hmm.
oh hell no, I'm finishing this. I'm like, I am not stopping. This is bomb what I did. Like I'm like, I
Hmm.
did that. I
I
did that.
never did anything like it ever, and it's
That's
something so
nice.
to like the truth and to motherhood, so such a raw but professional way that I was like, wow,
And
I have
and
goosebumps.
that's what I feel like. We think that the things that take us the longest, we see the most mistakes or like failures or like, things through that. But I think that applies to anything because, you could be focusing on something else for 5 years or for 6 years and you have so many interests with that. But I think it's just because whatever we focus on, I'm going to try to say it's the right way, express it the right way. Whatever we take the longest to focus on that means the most to us will always have the most obstacles. Because, it's not that it doesn't come easy. It's just that you're trying to really you're putting yourself on the line, and there's obviously there's a million ways that things could go sour. But the more we focus on it, and the more we work on it, is the more, the more problems that you will end up having. Like, even up until
Yeah.
now, like I did a launch date in July. I was gonna launch it or whatever, my mom brand. And the only reason why I pushed it back is because there was a manufacturing error on the jumpsuit, like on the fabric or whatever. So I had to push it back. And then, in between working with everybody else and trying to make sure my clients are good and hiring someone and being a mom and, everything else that comes with life, you know, I just have to keep, you know, I have to just delay it again. My focus is to do it now for fall, like for Fashion Week. But, if that doesn't happen, then that's fine.
Right.
Whenever it does happen, it's going to take off and I'm going to be making money while I sleep. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So,
I had to tell
you
myself.
know, yeah, you just got to think about it like that because, girl, if not, you're going to go drive yourself crazy over something that it might seem like a big issue, but it's really minuscule. It's not that, it's not grand. You already did the work, you just got to
No,
keep
yeah.
pushing.
I want
So,
to
Keep
show.
pushing. Like, don't ever give up. I'm telling you, like,
no, yeah, for
sometimes I
sure.
would feel like, oh, I was supposed to already put this out. Did I mean? But I didn't know a fucking pandemic was gonna happen.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
you know, I'm dealing with birth workers, like people involved in birth. Like, I just can't be like, oh, what effort? We're still gonna film. You know what I mean? Like, you know, not everybody was also comfortable with me coming to their house now filming. You know, like it got different. So
It got
I'm
the.
like,
Mm-hmm.
there was interviews I was supposed to have that we didn't get to have. So now I'm like, nah, I'm not stopping. I'm just gonna find another way. If you
And
gotta
that's
do,
what you have to do. Yeah,
yeah,
you
like
have
I'm
to
finding
find.
another way.
Mhm.
I'm like, if I gotta do this one virtually, maybe, or maybe I can still do this. Either way, it's gonna work.
And
Like,
that comes behind motivation. Like, for example, like, my man is always telling me, like, sometimes take a break or whatever. Like, you'll see me, I'm on my phone working, designing stuff. While if we have a 30-minute drive somewhere, 45-minute drive, I'm designing on my phone. Like, I think it's all about when you know you're doing it and you love to do it. It's just you get it. You find a way to do everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you find like, okay, so I can't do this for, let's say going back to what you were saying, you can't film for a whole year. What can I do within that year that's gonna help me
yeah,
progress with my business? Whether it's thinking about the color scheme or the theme or I don't know. I'm thinking about my business too, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just you think about
yeah,
what other things are gonna work to build. The stepping stones, because but that just comes with will. That comes with like, all right, this is what I want to do. This is what I'm passionate about. So, there are moms out there though that haven't found their purpose or they feel like they can't apply a skill, but they don't want to work a 9 to 5, and that's okay too. Nobody's saying that you have to, start a business from scratch. Being a mom is already a whole a full-time job as it is, you know. So to those kind of moms, I would say, like, you know, there's a whole bunch of ways that you can make money at home, you know. There's, like, you know, like the, what do you call it, like the products that you could sell from home, and just different things that you could. It's not all about being. I mean, this topic is boss mom. I just got a text message though that said to talk about, you know, moms that don't have like a skill, but you know, maybe you know, they feel defeated by.
Right.
You know, those moms exist too, and you know, there's a lot of
Breaking
them.
up,
You know, you don't have.
Danesha?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh wait, hold on, it's breaking up a little bit. I don't want nobody to miss what you're saying.
And out.
Mine's is good
But
now,
I
I
wanted
think.
to share a quote while your thing is like fixing up a bit. There's this quote that I have been sharing with my family this past week and weekend, which was, I was letting them know, because, you know, I'm not gonna talk about anybody's business, but everybody's worried about what's going on with the vaccines and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So something that I explained to everybody was, listen, having children is hard. Not having children is hard. Having a business is hard. Not having a business is
It's
hard.
hard.
So no matter what path you choose, it's gonna come with its own set of obstacles that we're gonna have to choose. So we have to pick what difficulty we want to come up with. Like, what's
Exactly.
your end goal? Do you want to
Mm-hmm.
live freely? Okay, this is the difficulty that you choose, you know? And at the end of the day, everything will align.
Facts.
No, absolutely.
And then you know, I feel like I said, social media has like a good way where, you know, you get to find stuff that, you know, you follow pages that motivate you, and, you know, they help you along the way and stuff like that. But everybody's path is different, you know, especially if you have kids. I feel like, you know, most of these pages, honestly, that be promoting a lot of this stuff do not, um, they don't really bring in like the aspect of life. It's just like, you know, start a business, be motivational, wake up early. First of all, I don't wake up super. I used to wake up like 5, 6 in the morning. I don't do that no more. I'm the type of person now. If I gotta wake up at 11, I'm gonna wake up at 11 with my kids, and I'm gonna, you know, I'll wake up when they wake up or whatever. Like, and we're gonna start the day, and that's how it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not about having structure, discipline, yes, in the fact that, you know, like if you have a business, you know, you figure out the way to get less obstacles and less mistakes and stuff like that, you know. But as far as taking it, you know, as far as having structure in your everyday life, you have to wake up and do this and that, you know, and have things figured out right away. That's not what it is. Like, I still don't have, like I said, you know, we're not even in our end game. You know, we're doing what makes us happy at the moment. You understand what I'm saying? So it's a blessing. But, you know, you might be a super huge movie producer in the future in Hollywood, you know, when Hollywood takes a turn towards the right path, if it does. And then, Danesha, you know, you'll be doing what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's not about having things figured out. I don't have things figured out.
You don't. Nobody's perfect. Nobody got like a set. You know, like you said, like
Everything is
figured
different.
out. Like we don't. You know, like there's no handbook to motherhood. I always say this. There's no handbook to life, because we're not taught these things. These are things that you learn as you go through experience.
Experience.
So the experience is what's gonna mold you. And then if you look back in hindsight, you'd be like, wow, I have grown so much, or I've done so much.
Right.
But it's like at the moment, it feels like nothing is happening, you know? But I had to let go of so many expectations but like I said, with false expectations that were not reality, that was not gonna happen, because I had a new life now. And we have this thing, we're trying to hold on to this old life and bring in the new life. And all you do is keep going like this. Because you got to just let it go. Let the old life, that was your life. That was an experience. That chapter has closed. A new one opens, and you become a new person now. A new person.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to fall in love with that new person that's going to have new dreams, new passions, new challenges, all these things. But we can't just be married to one thing and think that if it doesn't work, that we're
Go
failures or
inside,
anything
mama.
like that.
Yeah.
You
I
okay?
also
Yeah, she
I also
tried
think
to open the door.
we
Sorry.
it's
Hold on.
okay.
She's going. Okay. Sorry.
I
You go.
forgot what I was gonna
Sorry.
say.
My daughter, she was opening the door and got her hand stuck. She's good though.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, I forgot what we were saying too.
I forgot too.
Mom brains on. we should have had a glass of wine. That would have helped. No.
Listen, mom brain plus weed, girl.
No, plus everything. Yeah, facts. So you know, should have did that. No, I'm kidding. Everything. So yeah, so going just back to like the whole being a mom and moms who are watching this and want to be, you know, their own bosses or, you know, work for themselves or, you know, anything that has to do with being home with your kids and working and not working a 9 to 5, I say go for it. It's not gonna be easy. It's never easy. But you just gotta think about what's gonna help, you know, what's gonna help you grow, and and always pay attention to your growth versus, you know, the mistakes or your pace. Cause you know, there's a lot of things that are slow paced, but you still win in the end. Especially if you get to be home with your kids, you know what I'm saying? And you set goals for yourself. Like I set goals for myself that are realistic. You know, I gotta make a certain amount of money by the end of the week or by the end of the day, and you know, to pay off my expenses. It's all about being organized too, and just being prepared. Because if you're not prepared, you're gonna, not that you're gonna fail, but it's gonna lack the motivation sooner or later if you're not preparing yourself. Because there's been times that I had to actually get it, you know, had to grasp that, because there's been times that, you know, I sit down to work and I'm like, all right, the kids are fed, you know, they're good or whatever. And then they call me from somewhere and I get frustrated. And I'm like, you know what? F this. I'm not doing this no more. Like, I turn my laptop off and I'm like, you know what? Today I'm not working on it because I feel defeated. But that's my fault, you know? Because you know, then what I do is, if, you know, the next time I'll make sure whatever, you know, they need, or like I said, it goes back to, you know, being prepared. You know, whatever they're gonna need or whatever they're gonna ask for, you know, make sure that they're able to get it or they're able to do it. And you know, it makes it easier on me, you know, having some type of schedule, or like, you know, if I'm gonna do something like today, you know, I make sure that my kids, you know, take a bath and they're, you know, taking a nap, or this is their downtime, versus, you know, right now they will be usually playing around in the back, you know, running around and, you know, getting ready for bed. So
because they're toddlers, there will be some days that you could tell they were craving my attention so much. And those days, it was like I'm fooling myself to think that I'm gonna sit here and finish this work, and I would be like, you know what? Tomorrow,
and that's okay too.
That's okay too.
That's
like,
okay.
you know, let me give my time to them, because clearly they want it. Because normally they would let me rock and do stuff.
Yeah, me too.
Like all like no, and I'm like, you know what? Let it go, because I'm gonna get more frustrated trying to stop them and getting interrupted, and then still not be able to do anything and give in.
Yeah, it's more about it's literally
be like, you know what? It's okay.
Yeah, I think it's also about like going with the flow throughout the day, and also that we were conditioned to get annoyed by our children. We were conditioned to hate doing things for our children. And then now that we realize and we're acting in our own spirit, we're like, oh my God, thank God for these wonderful people that are teaching me lessons that are gonna
we
elevate.
would not be anywhere we are.
Exactly. So also,
if I didn't have my kids right now, I'd probably still be bartending.
I don't know what I would be doing, child.
Girl, I would. Who knows where the fuck I would be? I'll be lost somewhere. Like, no, I'm alright.
They really grounded me for real.
They saved my life. No, facts.
So it's
also, and I think that also.
Oh, once we find we can always just like find the peacefulness in them. Okay, yeah, they're reckless, they're all over the place, but they're your
every kid
every day. So it's like, you know what, that goes a lot. The more you incorporate them into your life, because that's why I was like, I have to start my own business. No other way out. Because I don't want anybody to tell me, oh, you can't breastfeed your baby here. Excuse me, if I need to have a meeting, the baby's gonna be on my boob.
Exactly.
Because it's my
like meeting. You want this work or not? Do you want to work with me or not?
Yeah.
And that's where you pat yourself on the back, because another client's gonna come. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. Like, you know, like, all right, deuces, go be somebody else's problem. Or you know,
right in the sling on set, like
like it doesn't exactly. So you gotta make things work for you as a mom. And I think that goes to I did a podcast a while ago where we were talking about, like, you know, being self-care, and what do, you know, they asked me what would I tell moms that are pregnant or whatever, like, you know, like while they're transitioning into motherhood. And, you know, I said that during those 9 months, we're so pressured into focusing on our child and focusing on, you know, having their stuff ready, and you know, are we, you know, that we don't sit back and think about if we're emotionally ready. You know, they don't condition us to be emotional. When you go into doctor's appointments, even your own family, everybody, it's like, you know, you're
Ask you,
getting,
how are you
well,
doing?
somebody, yeah, like somebody's telling you you're getting fat, and then somebody else is like, well, you know, your baby, you know, like, it's just a lot, you know. We put a lot of trust into what our family says, and the medical, you know, the doctors and just people around you, that we don't take a step back to realize, you know, within 9 months your whole life is going to change, and you're not going to be able to do the same thing. You're not going to be able to get up and go. Your job, even you having your old job back, it's going to be hard. Like, everything is going to be hard. So you know, from any moms, you know, watching or, you know, listening, and they're going to watch this, um whether you're pregnant or you already had your baby, the most important thing to do is really just be in tune with yourself and figure it out yourself. You know, figure out what you're going to do for yourself.
Please don't think that the world
Don't
is
beat
over.
yourself up. Yeah, like, the world isn't, yeah, nobody, and then nobody's going to, nobody's going to cater to your lifestyle too, because, you know, once you have a baby, you lose friends, you lose people around you, you lose a lot. So you really have to, everything is just all about happiness. Literally, like, ask yourself if you are happy right now with what you're doing. And if the answer is no, what are you going to do to change it? You know? And if the answer is yes, then it's okay for right now. You know, maybe in 2 months, 3 months, you would want to be home and work from home. But you just got to find the balance.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I also
I
wanted
have
to
to go in
mention
a few. I have to start cooking.
Oh yeah, I know.
okay.
Me too. I'm like, what
I
are
have but I like that in the interview, something that really, really caught my attention was that you were saying that you didn't understand why they kept showing you videos as to why not to shake the baby. And you
Yeah,
were like, they never explained to me why I would be in a position where I would want to shake my baby. And I was
exactly.
like, oh my God, like that was a breakthrough for me, because I was like, I never even thought of that. And I thought that was genius of you to pinpoint that exact moment, because they bombard you with that in the hospital. Like, oh, you have to do this and you have to do that. But it's like, why would I be in the position to,
to do
why
it?
is this such a dangerous thing that I would want to pick up my baby and you know, get angry. So I think that what you're saying is so important about us prepping our us prepping
Yeah.
our mental for motherhood, because that's another reason why we hate everything and we're annoyed by everything as mothers, and we feel like nobody's helping, even though we might
Hmm.
have people there, but they're not helping us the way that
Alone.
we personally want, you know. So getting in tune with ourselves is so important in a deep, deep, deep level, because that will help shift everything else that's going on in your life,
Yeah,
like
because and everybody's different. So it's like, if you're the mom that needs to, you know, I'm the type of, like I said, I could be home all day, and I'm, you know, as long as my kids are taken care of, and I feel good with myself, I could stay home, you know. But if you're the type, it's all about you. You know, there's nothing specific for any person besides putting in the work. That's the only thing that we all have
Yeah.
common ground in. Put in the work. What did you do today? Whether it's one thing or two, three, you know, two things or 10 things. What did you do to take that step further into your business or into your happiness? But as far as like finding structure, if you're the type of mom that needs to go out and get her nails done and, you know, do her, you know, her hair and go shopping, as, you know, as shopping therapy or whatever, that's fine. You know, I'm not bashing anybody
You
we're not
just
bashing anybody that's
alone.
different. It's all about keeping yourself in tune. Yeah, like if that gives you like a break, a mental break, and that helps you, and you genuinely feel happy about it, then do it. But
mhm.
don't do things that are not gonna make you happy just to please other people, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it makes no sense. But everybody is different. We all go through our different things. It's just all about figuring it out, and it all takes a day at a time. But you have to be true to yourself, and you have to like put in the work. That you're not gonna get nowhere without putting in any work. Whether it's shadow work, whether it's figuring out, like, you know, I know you guys have spoken about trauma. That's something I overcame and spoke about with my family and stuff like that. That helped me a lot with my spiritual journey. Um, you know, um, you're not gonna get anywhere in life without doing that. Money comes last. That's how I look at it. Because I
Listen,
could you know, I can literally use my hands to make money, and as long as I'm happy, then that's what matters. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you have to make ends meet. So you just gotta figure it out, make it work, break down your goals, break down, you know, how much I need to make, what I need to do, what can make my life easier. We spend a lot of money. I'm the type of person, I won't spend money on, you know, certain things like material items, but you'll catch me ordering like Uber Eats, like sushi and like $80 worth of shit, like one day, you know, like almost every, like, you know, so, but you know, I work for that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm happy with that because I work for it. You know what I'm saying? That can be going to something else and me throwing, you know, so if it makes me feel happy and it keeps me, you know, good at home, where, you know, I'm eating what I want to eat and I'm working and I'm happy and I'm to myself and I'm listening to my music, you know, then that's good for me. But everybody's different, so you just gotta find what makes you happy from a genuine perspective. You have to be true to yourself. Trying to please people on social media and pleasing just your friends or your old friends, you don't have to become a mom or whatever. It's not gonna work.
Yeah.
It's really not gonna work.
And remember, I always say this, but I'll say it again because it fits for right now. The past and the future are simply illusions. The only thing that exists is the present. So what you do in the present will become the future and will also become the past.
Yeah.
We can't change the past. We can't fix it. We can't do anything about it. All we can do is keep moving forward. And what we do in the present today will shape your future. So that's why we say you don't have to finish 20 things. If you do one thing, that's one step closer
Yeah.
than you were the day before. So each day you will get closer to that goal
Yeah.
to accomplish your dreams. So just remember that. Stay present.
Yes.
Do not be caught
Yeah.
up in the illusion of or the hope of the future because it lies in your hands at this moment right now.
Yeah. I mean, and yeah, stay present, stay motivated, and, you know, take it a day at a time. Always pray, but when you pray, you got to put in the work. You know, we always, you know, I'm sure we all speak to God and we all pray and stuff like that. And, you know, nothing is going to fall on your lap. So you got to go out and you got to get it and you have to put in the work, you know,
Believe in yourself too.
that's literally, yeah, no, for sure. Definitely believe in what you want to do and believe in yourself. And don't worry about, you know, if somebody had commented something about, like, if your family doesn't believe in you or whatever, that's always going to happen. Whether you have, you know, family or friends, you know, strangers believe in me more than my friends do sometimes, you know, and that's what it is, you know. So it be like that, and you have to just take it like, all right, well, you know what? I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing it for myself. I'm doing it to be financially free. That's my end goal, you know, and then to make other, you know, to make other moms feel good and stuff like that too. But
I have it here, but I put it on my computer. But it says, whatever the mind can perceive, it can achieve.
exactly,
So just remember,
facts.
like, so it
Life
don't
is all.
matter the outside voices. Like, if you
Life is,
believe it,
yeah, you can do it.
it's
Yeah,
gonna happen.
life is all about perspective. That's all it is.
That's
That's
it.
because, you know, somebody else's opinion, you can have a family member, and it's all about how you take it. Like, you know, you have family members that might, or a friend or something like that, that might tell you, you know, it might not work out or whatever, but maybe from their perspective, they're not saying it with bad intention.
Right.
You're taking it wrong, but because their mind, their capability is not where yours is with your stuff. So don't ask nobody for advice. As a mom, you know, obviously ask your other mom friends for your mom, the mom life of it. But being a mom and a boss, you know, it's going to be hard, and you don't need to ask anybody for advice. You know, try to bring yourself around the same community of other moms that are doing the same thing. But don't seek advice from other people because nobody has it figured out. You're never 100% ready to do anything. You literally just have to sit down, write a to-do list, knock it down. Girl, I put everything on my to-do. I have a personal and I have a personal and a business to-do list. And the simplest thing, girl, the simplest thing will go down on my to-do list. Because at the end of the day, when all that shit is highlighted, it makes me feel so good, you know?
It does. It so does.
So yeah, this was so fun. I have to go cook.
Yes.
Yes. So what's I guess put your business and, you know, or like, I don't know if you want to say your business. I want to post this on my page too. If you want to say.
So just
Yours is yours is the Mommy to Be Bible. And then Danesha, yours is as right?
As
Well, no,
I
you have a few things.
them, but I'm also working on the other one that I haven't.
Yeah.
I haven't figured anything yet.
Yeah, you go on the Mommy to Be Bible. There's my website there, but you see like the movies I've done and stuff.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Documentary I'm working on, which I'm working on trying to finish it now, but I'll be releasing.
It's like me, girl. We've been on the same. You said 3 years. I've been on my Ori Mommy for about 3 years. Well, since I had my daughter, so yeah, 3 to 4 years now. So it's all and if I would have released my product in the beginning of it, in the beginning when I started, I would have been a failure. And I'm not saying a failure like, but I would have been a failure.
Exactly how it's
me releasing it. I got goosebumps. Me releasing it now, just like, you know, you at the end game, it's gonna be it's gonna be a hit. Like, I'm not even worried.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Because
Yes.
I went through so much investment and time. My friend had posted, well, one of my clients had posted one thing on her story one time that I reposted real quick. She has said, she goes broke getting rich, which just goes back to what you said. Don't hold on to the money. That's how I am. I'll invest everything, every single dollar that I have, because I know tomorrow I could sit. If I stay up tomorrow, work 24 hours, I can make another $1,000. But I'm gonna invest all my stuff into my happiness, into what I'm passionate about.
You got to learn how to make your money make you money.
Yeah, exactly.
At some point,
And
once you get you know what I mean, a flow, now you're going to exchange your money for time. So you're going to invest that money to get more time in your hands, because you're going to let that money make itself money.
exactly.
That's
That's
the
what
goal.
matters. We gotta have a balance between the society and what the people that we really are, well, the true meaning of why we're here.
Yeah.
Because, we are in the society. So, as long as we're selling something that is not, that means something, or, and then we find that balance where we can, grow stuff from home. Like, I want chickens in my backyard. I told Danesha this. I want bees. I want a chicken. But, I want it nice. I want it aesthetically pleasing. I want like a black chicken coop. I want, like, I want it to be nice. You know what I'm saying? Like, real luxury. So I like that balance. Everybody's different, so, this was so much fun, girls. I have to go cook.
All right.
We're actually gonna barbecue, but I have to go prepare the stuff and just manage.
Oh, all right.
Hey.
So my business is NYC Lux Branding or whatever. Once we, you send me the recording, I'll post
everybody
it.
in the page. So just
Yeah.
make sure you check out their pages, check out their brands. You got Grooms by Melinda. So if anybody's in New York.
Oh yeah. So if I have any moms on here or that are gonna be watching this, and they need anything like flyers, logos, website, anything like that, I have very affordable pricing. And if you came from this, platform, I'll definitely work with you. If you're a mom, just mention that. And yeah, let's be one boss mom at a time. We'll make the world a better place. Because women rule everything. So
Our only
yes, for sure, for sure. All right,
Thank
girls.
you, ladies.
Nice talking to you. Bye.
Bye.
God bless.
Bless.